Boss, can you believe that people are making millions of dollars in this country flipping watches? It's just incredible. It's insane. The cash that people are making is just insane. So in today's conversation, I want to explain to you how to make money flipping watches. So I'll be sharing with you proven hacks to earning consistent revenue no matter what. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower with a stinging killer beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you're to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, boss, I really want to explain to you real quick how to make money flipping watches. I want to share with you proven hacks to earning consistent revenue no matter what. So the first thing you need to do, research. By the way, what is flipping? Flipping is used to describe buying a revenue generating asset and reselling for profit. So the popular assets for flipping are including real estate, secondhand house, car, and products. So watches flipping is the type of product flipping, and that means you need to purchase valuable and luxury watches for reselling and making profit from the whole thing. Okay, so you got to research the market the market demand. To begin your flipping watches business, you first must know the market demand. You can search watches on Google Trends, and there you will find the timepieces that people are searching for. You may also search on Instagram. Look for hashtags such as hashtags watches, hashtags fashion watches, men's watches, and women's watches. You want to go through the feed to know the watch style that get the most amount of Instagram likes. This is very important. The third option is to visit the watch wholesale market and watch retail shops and ask them what styles are popular recently. You need to compare and contrast several watch retail shops first to know what they are. You got to make sure they're telling you the truth. They are not lying to you. Okay. Your next option is to search the influencers and professional watch blogs. You want to read their posts and reach out to them to get the latest. You want to get the popular watch styles. Knowing the styles that the influencers like, as well as your target audience, will help you become a watch dealer. Very important. And you got to constantly cast a wider net. So you start of your flipping watches business, you have to you have to research the market. You have to become a watch dealer and learn how to promote the watches online. First of all, you can search watches on Google Trends and identify what people are searching for, but make sure that when you have a blog, you are showcasing the watches, you are able to show the kind of pictures, the kind of angles that people are looking for. Very important. So first thing, research. Number two, you need to qualify. You need to qualify. First of all, you need to consider becoming a watch dealer. There are three ways to qualify if you want to flip watches, okay? Three options. First, you can consider becoming a watch dealer. Option number two, you can partner with an existing watch dealer. Option number three, you can increase your knowledge about watches. So you don't have to necessarily become a watch dealer. You can just be a regular Joe, a regular dude, a regular Jane Doe or John Doe, and trying to flip watches. Not a problem. But you need to have expertise. You need to understand what's really popping. You need to know the kind of timepieces that are creating buzz in the industry. Okay. Now, if you want to become an authorized watch dealer, that means what? It means that you are involved with negotiating process and buying and selling timepieces for profit. The main benefit of being an authorized dealer is that you can carve out your own path and independently make connections to succeed with no need to spend additional money on qualification. But you need to have the partnership with the watch manufacturer. And the thing is, if you want to go that route, you need to register your business. So once you get that license, it will be a lot easier to get acknowledged by your buyers and the government as a legit watch dealer. Now, You don't have to go that route though. If this is too complicated for you, you can still flip watches here and there, but you need to acquire the knowledge. Okay. Now, regardless of the option you choose, determine the type of watches you want to retail. Very important. You got to have a clear understanding of the type of watches you want to retail. Number two, you need to register your business to become an authorized dealer or partner. You need to partner with someone who is an authorized dealer already. And you want to contact your desired watches sources. So once you have identified the watch that you want to contact the sources, because those are the sources that will actually send you the watches. And this could be a watch retailer or a watch distributor for that specific timepiece brand that you want to sell. And once you do that, the fourth step is you want to really reasonably price your watches. I'll talk about the pricing later on, but it's important because when we talk about luxury timepieces, you don't want to underprice, but you also do not want to overprice. You got to strike the right equilibrium, the right balance when it comes to setting the proper prices for your watches. Boss, the third thing I want you to do, this is important, you got to strategize. And the thing is, okay, so you actually have done the research, you have qualified yourself either through a watch dealer or you have become a watch dealer yourself. How do you actually strategize? So the thing is, you got to know how to sell watches online, because selling watches is the most important part of flipping watches, because we are in business to make money. You're not a charity, you don't have to collect, you're not a collector, whatever, okay? So the thing is, there are strategies to sell the watches properly. So let's just talk about 5 quintessential proven strategies when it comes to flip watches properly. Be professional with your products. See, the thing is that your product is the king, right? So you have to have the knowledge that is required. You need to know the features of the watch. You need to know the timepieces structure, the models, the types of watches. And those things are important so that you can actually identify which is the real deal and which is fake. You can learn and gain experience through research or learn from a professional watchmaker as well. That's the first thing. The second thing is you need to predict the market trends accurately. See, hot sale product makes the most profit. So you need to learn to forecast what is hot and what is not. And you want to analyze the current market trend and future market trend. This is why I was just telling you earlier, it requires a lot of research. And believe me, you cannot learn this overnight, and you will have to learn this from practice. The third thing is you want to establish your relationship with industry people, with the insiders. Relationship is really important. Okay, we're talking about business, or you want to make friends with people in your industry, such as watch manufacturers, watch suppliers, watch repair owners, as well as watch flippers. Those are the assets in your business. You want to build an honest character, an honest persona with your target customers. It's important. See, the impression that you leave on the minds of your target customers can really determine whether or not you're going to survive in this industry. And you need to understand your customers' demand. We're not speaking about, regular products. We are speaking about luxury products, and people who are in that niche, they are very demanding. So you need to understand their demand constantly, and their demands actually change. They shift around. So you got to be clear about what their demands are, how you can meet them. Very important. Let's talk about planning. That's step number 4. You want to plan. Boss, the thing is, how do you actually plan? Well, you need to buy your first watch. You got to start somewhere, right? You want to set your budget. Even if you have a big capital, it's always better to start small. Even if you have a big capital account, let's say you have a big budget, you have 10 grand or 20 grand or 100 grand, it's always better to actually start small. You can buy a 500 or 1,000 timepiece to actually test the waters. It's really important to go slowly, okay? Buy watches that the general public wants. It's all about popularity. Don't buy something because you love the way it looks. No. You want to really buy things that are popular. And the thing is, if you buy a used watch that needs restoring and repairing, then you have to consider the additional cost before reselling it. However, if the watch is new, then all you need is to flip it for a profit. Okay, now the thing is, when we talk about popularity, there are some watches, some timepieces that are more popular than others. Okay, some of the best watch deals, for instance, include the Rolex Submariner, you have the Panerai 88, the Audemars Piguet Panda, and Hublot Bing Bang. And this is just what it is. I mean, some people are better than others, and some brands are better than others. So as soon as you start flipping watches, keep in mind that your best clients will not be the other watch enthusiasts, but normal people who want a great deal on owning their dream watch. So when it comes to setting the right price, think about that. Okay, so therefore, the more popular models you buy, the better it would be for the wider audiences. And you want to buy from people, not jewelers. There are thousands of incredible watch deals you can find on the internet, but the best ones often come from people who are selling their own watches. And key phrases to use when searching online will be worn for years but want a new style, or sad to let it go. And owners of these watches typically are more interested to buy their next watch and have less attachment to the money. Okay, so the lack of funds requires them to sell a watch and buy another, so they are willing to sell their timepieces cheaper. And if you think about it, for you as a watch flipper, this opens an opportunity for you, a great opportunity. And this is an opportunity you should really seize. So when I talk about planning, it's really important to know where the buzz is, what's hot and what's not. Boss, I want you to familiarize yourself. Familiarity is really important here. You want to know the parts and repair cost. Okay, so making money flipping watches does not have to be really difficult. Some actually may consider it an art, but other a means to pay the bills. So no matter how you consider the whole thing of flipping watches, think about the fact that you can make serious money if you know the parts and the repair cost. Okay, so this applies not just to mechanical repairs, but also to things like buckles, links, and bands. Dials and bezels can be expensive, so they may have to be replaced. Moreover, repair labor can be costly, as this often depends on your location, how big of a city you live in, the cost of serving a high-end timepiece. Let's say a Rolex watch repair can range from $200 to $1,000, and the availability of the watchmaker. Okay, so this is important. And the thing is, you need to have contacts to both buy and sell. And the thing is, and this will happen over time, you will have cultivated relationships in the industry. You will know what really happens, and this is really important. And you constantly need to cultivate relationship. You want to build your network. This is important because for your success as a watch flipper in the long run, you need to really have the right relationship. So try to establish your connections with the industry people. Okay, price your watches correctly. Be professional with your products. Know exactly what you're selling. And the thing is, you want to make sure you do not go overboard. So the business of flipping watches entails building your capital, right? Because you're not a charity. I just said this before, you're not a charity. So you got to familiarize yourself with the industry and know what really can keep you sustained over the long run. And the thing here is that do not try to buy 10,000 or 20,000 timepieces right away, right off the bat. No, you want to start small. This is what I'm talking about: familiarizing yourself with the industry, with the cost, with the ins and outs, understanding what's popping, what's not, and most importantly, you want to constantly analyze trends. See, watches are like assets. Most people who own them, or most people who want to own them, they think about them as assets. So you don't spend $5,000 or $10,000 on a watch and just treat it as if you just bought like a regular watch at $300. It's really important. So familiarity is key. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about how to make money flipping watches. And I want to talk to you now about picking. The selection of the watches that you need to flip is very important, so you need to pick wise. So let me share with you the best watches to buy to make money. Okay, now the thing is, you may have heard a couple of times that the best watches are composed of style, brand and durable features, right? However, there are a lot of affordable watches brands available online that could make your watch business built with high potential investments. So think about the Jung Hans watches. So Jung Hans is well known for its luxury watches that are developed in German watchmaking precision. Okay, German watchmakers. When you think about German watchmaking precision, this is kind of similar to Swiss watchmaking precision. Okay, together with their historic attendance to the timepiece world, they also are acknowledged in terms of modern timepieces. So check out the Jung Hans watches. You got to think about the Casio watches, okay? And Casio, with its ever popular G-Shock collection, is also one of the best buy watches in the market today. It is believed that they are the leader of the digital watch world since it was established by the year 1970. Okay, just by hearing the brand name of Casio watches is already a guarantee that you will make more money out of it. Think about the Patek Philippe watches. Okay, those are incredibly popular for watch enthusiasts because of the brand's rich history, technical brilliance, and actually a strong market performance. And here you have an incredible level of artisanship that goes into creating Patek Philippe watches. What about Timex watches? Those are great also, okay? So if you are familiar with Indiglo watches, then you should not miss getting Timex watches for your business. Very important. And Timex, which was established in 1841, is one of the most well-known watch brands with several iconic watches designs, okay? And so this is kind of cool. Think about the Swatch watches too. I mean, with the various ads online on TV, Swatch watches are really great also. And last but not the least, we have to talk about the Rolex watches. I mean, all sports models from Rolex make a great option for watch flipping. And the cool thing is, people tend to purchase a Rolex because it is a timepiece that appears to hold value, exudes luxury, bears a lot of history, and communicates life success or a level of career. This is just fantastic. The last step that you need to follow here is you need to sell wise. So when we talk about, the whole thing about flipping is you need to buy low and sell high, right? So where do you sell? So here are the best places to flip watches. First, we have Chrono 24. So if you are a big fan of watches, you probably know by now that Chrono 24 is the most legit site where you can buy watches for your business. So the watches offered on Chrono 24 are either brand new or pre-owned. Okay, so this is really great. You also have to think about Facebook Marketplace. So if you have a Facebook account, it will be easy for you to browse the available watches in Facebook Marketplace. So the watches listed on Marketplace are probably used watches or brand new watches that the seller no longer wants to wear. So you have to think about that. You can also consider eBay. Just like Facebook, you will also need an account to buy watches on eBay. However, this platform, eBay, is more reliable to purchase items because of their payment protection program that can be done through PayPal or credit card. Okay, this is really good. And another website that we love also is Watch Recon. So this is actually the search engine for private watch sales that scans popular timepieces and builds a centralized search index. So well-known watch brands are also featured on this site. So these brands include Rolex, Seiko, you have Helios, Omega, Tag Heuer, and Zenith. And you also have to register as a new user on the platform. And the good news is it is available for download on Android and iOS devices. You also have, of course, Reddit. I mean, Reddit is not a search platform, but it is a very hot issue, and you have enthusiasts who actually go on that forum, on the Reddit forum, to talk about all the watches and also how you can flip watches profitably. So overall, one thing I want to say here is that when we talk about selling wise, the most important place to start with is Chrono 24. I mean, Chrono 24 is there. They've been there for a while. And you can actually, and the watches, as I said, they are brand new or pre-owned. There are thousands of available watches on the platform that you can choose without any worries because Chrono 24, they do have a buyer protection program. So this gives you a high profit that you can securely flip for your watch business. So this is basically the site where you want to start everything from. Very, very important. Thank you so much for your attention. I was just quickly talking to you about how to make money flipping watches. So I spoke about researching, qualifying, strategizing, planning, familiarizing yourself, picking wise, and selling wise. Very important. I will see you next time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.